It's Beer and Food O'Clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Howling Hops Brewery and it's a can of their House IPA. It's coming in at 6.9% ABV in a 330ml can. Looking forward to that one, and we're going to be pairing it with something which dates back to the Ottoman Empire, Turkish Empire. It's called Baklava, and it's like a sweet pastry type assortment. Picked it up in Lidl's. Buy a lot of my stuff in Lidl's. Let's get the can out first of all, into a glass, see what we get. Beer in the glass then. Oh, lovely. Hazy, straw, lemon coloured IPA, one finger white head. Looks tremendous, really good beer. It's definitely can conditioned. You can see bits of sediment there floating around in the glass. Not too much. If I turn the glass around here, you might be able to see a little bit of it. Let's get the aroma. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Howling Hops. I really am. Their beers are absolutely on point. Loads of pineapple and grapefruit aromas coming through. Citrusy, kind of grapefruity, orange, fleshy blood orange type aroma. But it's the pineapple that really strikes for me in this aroma. It's really kind of pushing out, like chunks of tinned pineapple. And that lovely syrupy kind of juice that come in a tin. Smells great. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. Oh, love it. Got to put that one down. Stone the Crows. Stone the Crows are a fantastic beer. Super juicy, super fresh, super grapefruity. Lovely bitterness here on the back end. Just punching through. Carbonation pushes the beer around the inside of the mouth, releases more of that flavour. It is tin pineapple, but on the flavour there's a lovely bitterness that goes with it. Oh, really kind of lovely and almost kind of sherbet lemony as well in there. It always throws me at this stage because my intention was to go beer and food review, like a food pairing thing, but when I get such a great beer like this in my hand, I can't help but just focus on the great beer. We are first and foremost a beer channel. We started off reviewing beer 9 years ago now on YouTube, and it will always be my love affair, my passion. But I just wanted to add the kind of element of a bit of food, just to kind of broaden my horizons a little bit on YouTube. But again, it's almost like I want to, and no offence to Lidl's and no offence to Baklava, but it's almost like I just want to focus on this beer. But we won't. We will. Pardon me. We will get into these kind of pastry snacks. Right, first of all, I think I've had these. I have had these, I think, in Turkey. I think I've been to Turkey a few times. I think I've had these. I've been for years. I love Turkey. Brilliant place. That looks like a nutty, kind of syrupy, saucy kind of pastry. Let's get it in. Oh, not all in, because I want to show you what it looks like in the middle. It's like a sweet pastry that's been deep fried. Look at all the red. All the red alarm bells on there. I think if I eat all these I'll be phoning 999. Amazing. really tasty, but yeah, really, there's a film of grease all around my mouth. What makes it though is the broad kind of flavours in this food. Cashew nuts, the pecan nuts, the fried plate pastry. It's almost like a really good beer. It blows your mind. There's so much going on. It's blowing your mind. The downside, of course, is that kind of film of fat just left in your mouth. That's the reason why we have the whole alarm bell situation going off here. But I don't know what happened to the Ottoman Empire. Perhaps it was baklava that saw them off, but what did I just have? I just ate a sabi. That was a finely chopped cashew nuts wrapped in flaky phyllo pastry with a light coating of syrup. I can't really imagine them. I'm sure as evolution has gone on, baklava has changed. Of course, it must have done. And it probably would have been cooked fresh as well. These are probably, I mean, I bought them 2 weeks ago and they still don't go off until June. Yeah, June. And that's over a month away. So probably a lot of preservatives in here. This one looks the kind of the... This is the cashew nuts one. I think the first one was pecan, but I thought there was a bit of cashew nut taste in there. Maybe it was in a box. That box, the cashew nut kind of just mixed in with the different flavours. Look at that. But look, you can see the grease. Look at the grease on the bottom of that. And all over my fingers. Here we go. Mmm. Oh. Just astounding. Absolutely. Oh. Mmm. But greasy. Like, my head's all over the place. My brain is doing two things. My brain is saying to me, the cashew nuts and the pastry taste nice. The sugary kind of syrupy stuff in there tastes nice. But my brain is also going, you've got a mouthful of sunflower oil as well, or something, or some kind of oil in there. Just kind of, I can feel it sliding down my throat. Maybe the beer can cut through it. Beer's the answer for everything, really, isn't it? A real bittersweet flavour, sweet from the baklava, bitter from the beer. Now this snack, see, I thought personally, because I googled it, I got a Google Home thing there, and I said, well, where did baklava originate from? And it gave me the answer of the Ottoman Empire, which is Turkish. But I would have said more kind of Polish. I think this is like a Polish thing now. And kind of Eastern European, kind of, I wouldn't be surprised if I found this in Bulgaria, you know, Poland, the Czech Republic, Germany. I don't know why. Maybe because I had a donut from Poland. They do like a special donut day. I think it's in February. And my wife works with a Polish lady in a pharmacy. And my wife had some of these like donuts and they were really tasty. But again, they were really kind of, had that really greasy kind of taste to them, which I've kind of put together as, and I've thought maybe Poland, but yeah, I was wrong. I'm going to do one more. I'm going to have to do two more because I'll leave the chocolate one until last because... Oh, we've still got three more to do, including this one. So you can sense where I'm going with this. 2 is okay. The first one I was like, oh yeah, this is great, because I was hungry. The second one I was like, not so hungry anymore, it's not so great. The third one, that looks like sesame seed, more of the fatty pastry, and maybe a bit of biscuit stuff on the bottom. Here we go. Really sweet, that one. More of the same though. I know. That was a baklava diamond. Filo pastry sandwich with finely chopped cashew nuts. Do you know, I heard a story once about steak tartare where they put some mince under the saddle of the horse. Years ago, millions of years ago, if you like. Put some mince underneath the saddle of a horse, and they would ride for hundreds of miles, and it would cure the meat. And when they got to where they wanted to be, they'd be able to eat the meat. Sounds disgusting, doesn't it? But it's just like ancient stuff that people used to do to survive. And at this stage of the review, my mind's gone from like, they probably wouldn't serve this type of food in a luxury London restaurant maybe, but this is more, if you think about the empire, the Ottoman Empire, they travelled far and wide, didn't they, to look after their empire. At this stage of thinking, I'm thinking, this has everything you need in a small little container. Of course, they wouldn't have had a plastic and cardboard box back then, but maybe they wrapped some of these baklava things in some cloth, put them in their leather bag, and they were able to last the journey. It was all about the journey back then. Beer, it was all about the journey. The IPA, India Pale Ale, all about the journey. All about getting the beer from the UK, the British Empire back then, to India, and it was still edible, it was still drinkable. A timely reminder to have a sip of the beer. Same goes then probably for the baklava, where they probably produced this, that it was hardy, it was sturdy, it would last the journey, and more importantly, of course, it would give them that bit of an energy boost when they needed it. It's big parcels of energy is what they've produced here. I'm going for a walk in a minute. I'm going to go for a 6-mile walk just to walk this stuff off. Next one then, we're going to start on a kind of a chocolatey one now. Would they have had chocolate in the Ottoman Empire? I don't know. Maybe this is the evolution of baklava. So what's this one then? This one's a milk chocolate cashew baklava. Moist cashew baklava coated in sweet milk chocolate. Blimey. My top lip's sweating now. Can you see? I'm getting all like hot under the collar and sweaty because I just don't eat this much fat normally in a day. No. Yo. The sickly part of my mouth is starting to kick in now. Do you know where you kind of go, your brain start telling you you've had enough. You've had enough of this food and maybe you should stop. It's like when you get a big bag of Doritos and you eat and eat and eat and eat and eat. You get to the halfway point of a big bag of Doritos. 150 grams or 200 grams I think they are. you eat the first 100 grams and you go, do I save the other half for tomorrow night? Or do I be a bit greedy and I eat the second half now? And you think, I'm going to go for the second half now because I've had a beer and I love Doritos and I'm going to carry on eating. I can say this because I do this most nights. So you eat the next 50 grams, so there's only 50 grams left, and then something kicks in your brain that says, stop, you've had enough. But you kind of battle through that last 50 grams of crisps, just so you can throw the wrapper in the bin. When I don't drink, I get to 100 grams, about half a bag left, and I go, I'll save them for tomorrow. And everything's fine. When I have a drink, I eat a lot. And I kind of like, I don't suffer, but you know when you wake up in the morning with a big furry mouth, it's like, whoa. I've eaten a big bag of Doritos last night and I've got like blisters all over my mouth and that sort of thing going on. I'm getting to that. Well, I'm very much at this stage now with this kind of chocolate baklava thing. That was the same, that chocolatey one was the same as the previous baklavas with just milk chocolate all over it. So milk chocolate, cashew nuts and fat. Pardon me. Last one. And I feel like I've done a proper review of baklava. My kids can have this now when I come home from school. Right, this is a dark chocolate truffle. Sweet baklava made with a mix of delicious nuts and indulgent dark chocolate. Indulgent being the word. That's a piece of chocolate cake. Oh. Oh. That's alright, that. I like the bitterness from the chocolate. It's not so sweet, it's not like bending my mind. All that sweetness. I'm not really a sweet fan, to be honest. The bitterness is lovely on that chocolate. Now, I'm going to pair that bitterness with the dark chocolate with the bitterness of the beer. I won't be buying them again in a hurry. No. It's enough there to feed a family of 6. The beer. The beer's to die for. Okay, you've probably heard enough of me now. Yeah, I need to go for a walk, get some fresh air after that. I'm all sweaty. I don't really like sweet stuff anymore. I used to as a kid. I can punish a toffee crisp every now and again, but that's about it. Eat a Mars bar. But I'm not one of these people who'll go out of my way to go and find a Mars bar. The Mars bar's got to come and find me. It's got to land in my lap when I've had a drink, and then I'll eat the Mars bar. I much prefer bitter things, savoury and bitter. That, for me, I think what I've done, I've rewired my brain to enjoy bitterness, especially from beer. And I think it's the beer that's done it. Savoury and bitter. I mean, in all due respect, I think I've covered what was meant to be covered with this. It's like a travel food. It's like parcels of energy. It's like the Ottoman Empire's energy drink. They had parcels of fatty, sugary foods to get them where they needed to be on the continent. Rating though, started off nice, yeah. Then it kind of like went downhill straight away. 6 out of 10 for the baklava. The beer, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box, subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews, give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom! Cheers!